no intro. I'm just gonna hit the ground running. I saw this tweet from Sono saying it's crazy how hard VR fell off and there just isn't anything anymore, which I think is really true. And the only reason I'm making this video is to get it off my chest on how mad I am on how big we fumbled such a cool idea. There is only one company to blame for VR being dead. And we wouldn't have VR without them, and now we have VR because of them. Meta, or Oculus is what they should have been called. VR wouldn't be a thing without them because they bought Oculus and funded them to help them make the Oculus Quest 2, which then the Oculus Quest 2 was a massive headset. And then they rebranded to Meta because they were getting sued and they just wanted to, just change the name to get all that Facebook stuff behind them. And the problem with this is that Oculus was just the VR company, and then they just no one knows who Oculus is. It's now Meta. It's Facebook. It's just dogs. No one wants it. So that was like the first problem. The major problem, I think, the reason VR died is because Meta proceeded to skull fuck VR into every single bubble imaginable. First time it was into, the metaverse. That was not going to work out. We do not have the technology for it now. Or then, why would we just magically have it one day? And then it was, what was the next one? Cryptocurrencies for their Meta Horizon. So you could buy virtual clothes. I don't think I've heard a most useless thing in my fucking life. What do you mean virtual clothes? Just go out and buy clothes. And plus, Meta Horizon Worlds, it's terrible. No one plays it. I think I've seen like a couple videos on it, and it's just completely fucking useless. I'm getting so mad, bro. But that's like the whole point of this video. It's just get mad. Right. So they did Metaverse, and then what did they do after? They did the oh my god, what is it? Casual office. I don't think I could have named a more stupid reason or stupid thing you could have done. It's the exact same reason the Xbox One S failed. You do not make a gaming console into like an everyday household item. It's a gaming console at heart. VR, since basically the fucking beginning, has always been used for gaming. And you decide, oh, let's just, those computers, those expensive computers every office has, let's try and change them over to this niche piece of technology that like 10% of the world uses. Probably that, no, it's less than that. It's just stupid, because now you have to get rid of all these computers and then buy these stupid headsets that pry on all your data and just steal everything. That sounds like a great idea for every corporation ever. Maybe I should start doing that. Maybe I should just give my data over whilst doing my corporate work and start selling trade secrets. That sounds like a great idea. I'm not even gonna get started on Ray-Bans. Next is just Meta with games in general. I think it was really close, or I can't remember when, but when they rebranded to Meta, they had there was a game called, Echo VR. It was called Echo VR, and they shut it down. Even though this game was loved, it was one of the best VR games, and they just shut it down. I think it was just because of it had lack of support from the developers, but there were still fans. It was still one of the best VR games. Of course, it was not going to have a major market because VR wasn't a major market at the time. It still isn't. And it still isn't now because of Meta. Oh my god, I fucking hate them. And then they bought up a bunch of indie companies. I can't remember a couple of them, but my major one is Skydance. They bought the people that made Saints and Sinners, The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners. My favorite VR game of all time. It's my favorite story game. I've beaten it multiple times. And they bought the company and they started making the second game. And oh my goodness, the hype for this game for me, it was amazing. You had the Chainsaw Man. No, you had the Axe Man. You had the Axe Man. You had the confrontation of the tower. Mama. You had all this. It was like a huge thing. And the first game, it ended off on a cliffhanger, and you're gonna get right into it. And they fumbled the bag so hard. The game is still bugged. It is terrible. Everything was just so underdeveloped. It was one of the worst sequels I've ever played. It was the only game I bought day one. I bought it immediately when it came out, and I've never been so disappointed. Because I thought Meta was going to do something, but clearly I got my hopes up for nothing. And then they kept doing this. They kept releasing slop games, allowing slop games onto their marketplace, like a bunch of AI-generated sloppy slop games. And then when they eventually do make good games, they release it only on Oculus. VR is a very small market, and it's always been a very small market. So releasing it on half of the market and not the other half of the actual die-hard VR fans, no one's gonna fucking buy it. You stupid? What the fuck are you doing? Release everywhere. You make more money. You get more into the market. You dumb. Oh my god. I'm getting mad. I'm getting really mad. Why do they only release the big games on Quest? Release it everywhere. I know it's to get people to buy your headset, but when people already have a headset, I've got a fucking headset. I'm not going to go out of my way to go buy another Oculus Quest. That's £350 for a fucking game. One game, not like a bunch of others. One game, and I have that headset for one game. You know how stupid that sounds? That's fucking it. That's fuck you. Oh my god. Okay, what's my next point? Don't think Meta ain't the only one I'm going to be ranting about today. Steam, you are not safe either. I'm glad you guys are making another headset. I'm really excited for the Steam frame. It looks really cool. Please, please don't fuck me over. Please, please, bro, I need this. I'm really excited for the Steam frame. It's like one of my favorite things to like just search out right now. I search it up every day on the news. Anyway, the Valve Index sucks, and I fucking hate it. I hate it so much. I've had mine for like, I think 5 months now. The cable is already breaking. Like the right speaker flickers, and it's really annoying because I use audio in games a lot to figure out what the hell's going on. So having that flicker every 4 seconds is so annoying. The build quality just sucks. It's heavy as hell. My HTC Vive from 2016 is lighter from it. How? I don't know. Probably because it's got, I don't know. It's probably just a better headset. I'm just complaining for the sake of complaining. But the Valve Index, its quality sucks. The controllers should be broken by now. My controller should be broken by now. I cannot deny that. But they're not, which is really nice. But I can't deny they've got really bad stick drift, and that's kind of just because of use, and they always have stick drift. And the quality issues are really bad. I've broken one pair of Index controllers. And because, well, they break really easily, and for something you're waving around, you kind of hope that's going to have some sort of good quality. So I'm just hoping that the Steam frame fixes those issues. They've said that they've learned from the Index, and they're improving on it with Steam Deck things as well. So I'm just hoping that the Steam frame's really good. If not, I don't know. I can't really stop using Steam. It's literally where everything is. Don't worry, there's more companies to rant about. Nintendo, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? The Virtual Boy was one of your worst headsets. You released it and it sucked because not only was it uncomfortable, there was no games, and it looked like dog shit. So no one bought it. It's your least performing console. I know I'm not speaking to Nintendo, but you get my point. And then you re-release it without change, with less games. You didn't fix half the problems. It's still dog shit. You still don't have a head strap. And oh my god, you made a worse version of the Virtual Boy. How the fuck did you do that? The main problem I have with Virtual Boy, and if I were to use it, is the stand. What the hell are you doing with that stand? It's a VR. Let me at least strap it to my face. But the fucking cardboard version, you can't even, it's not even got a stand. How the fuck am I supposed to use this? What, am I gonna lie down? Gonna lie down with the thing on my face? I'm actually starting because I'm so confused. How am I supposed to use this? What the fuck is going? What? Like it's not even got like. I don't even fucking know. It's so stupid. And they all because they're doing. You have a cardboard headset. It's called the fucking Labo. I'm not gonna get started on that either because that's a bunch of horseshit too. Oh my god, right. I'm gonna move on to HTC now. HTC, I think they could be one of the best VR brands. They have a really good VR base. Their headsets are really nice. I find them the most comfortable. They've got good spec. They've got good enough specs, you know. Everything's pretty good. Except for that mic. If that mic was not complete utter dog shit, I think HTC would have the better Valve Index. The HTC Vive 2, Pro 2, would be so much better than the Valve Index if it didn't have a completely dog shit mic. I think they're also software kind of sucks, but I feel like that's really easy to fix. Well, it's not easy to fix, but you know, it's not as hard to fix like a hardware problem than a software problem. Because the hardware, you have to fix it physically. Software is just like code. Anyway, if that was in a perfect world, the HTC Vive Pro 2 with a good mic would be the best headset on the market, full stop. But yeah, I just really do think that. Anyway, next one is Apple. Apple learned their lesson, and I'm so glad they did. If you make an expensive headset for a niche market that appealed to no one, literally no one, you made it like, I can't even, it's like the Quest 3's, what they're trying to do. They're trying to make like this headset you put on, it's like smart glasses. But like, they're not glasses. You're putting a toaster on your face. And then you like give it controllers like a couple years later. I don't even know if they did get them controllers. I hope they did. It's just like so stupid. And then you make it for a niche market with already like good competition. And you make it 3,000? It's like, why would you make the £3,000 headset that appeals to no one? No one cares about it. People only bought it to review it. And if you look now, I don't think I've heard about that headset for years. Nobody gives a fuck. I don't give a fuck. This headset's, it's terrible. And now they're moving on to like the glasses. I guarantee you, by 2027, those glasses, no one's gonna care. No one's gonna care. It's a huge cycle. Meta finds a cool thing, they try and do it. They do it really well, and then they enshittification it so much that just no one cares about it anymore. It's just a constant cycle. But I really hope the Steam Frame. I'm kind of hoping for it to be good. It's like the last thing I've got. Like if this headset fails, I think VR is generally just gonna out the share. Anyway, that's about it. That's it.